What's cracking? I'm the Chugmonkey, and in this video we're going to check out the Peavey Bandit 112. If you were a kid growing up in the 80s and 90s and you were learning guitar, chances are you started out with something like this. This is the Peavey Rage 158. Now this thing doesn't sound that great, so you'd be doing all you could to save up and replace it as soon as you could. And more often than not, you'd replace it with the Peavey Bandit 112. Peavey have been making bandits since the 1980s, but it's the transtube series that debuted in 1995 that gets all the attention. There have been several versions, but today we'll be looking at what's commonly referred to as the red stripe. The Bandit 112 is an 80 watt 2-channel solid state combo. It has one 12-inch speaker. Now depending on the version, the speakers can be different. Mine has an unlabelled speaker, but it's commonly thought to be a Blue Marvel. My particular Bandit is a Chinese made model from around 2003. And regardless of what a lot of experts say on the forums, these things are built just as well and sound just as good as any US made model. It has an effects loop on the rear and it comes with this foot switch. It's quite a flimsy plastic foot switch, but I'd rather get a foot switch than not get one at all. And the new Bandits don't come with a foot switch, you have to buy that separately. The Peavey Bandit has separate tone controls for each channel, as well as separate modes on each channel. In the clean section we get modern and vintage, with modern being the warmer of the two, and vintage with a little bit of extra sparkle in the high end. Moving over to the lead section, we have three voicings: high gain, modern and vintage. Now the modern mode doesn't really sound modern, but given the fact that this was voiced back in the 1990s, then using the term modern mode makes a lot more sense. Over in the power section labelled Master, we have a spring reverb control because this amp has a real spring reverb tank and it sounds great. We also have a presence dial, a resonance switch, and the selling point of this amp, the T-Dynamics dial. Now Peavey claims that this emulates the harmonic distortion and breakup that you get when you push a tube amplifier's power section. We'll have a look at that in a moment. So let's have a quick squiz at the clean channel. Now I'm going to play around with the T-Dynamics dial and see if we can get a bit of breakup. It's not bad. It's clearly reacting to the dynamics of the playing. Let's chuck a Tubescreamer in front of it and see if we can help it out just a little bit. Alright, let's listen to how she sounds in a mix. This amp is really solid for what it is. You could even gig with it. It gets pretty loud. Today I didn't even push the volume past 9 o'clock. If you use it with an extension cabinet, you can push it to 100 watts. You can pick these up fairly cheap. I got mine on eBay about 10 years ago for around 150 Aussie dollars, and that's a bargain. But it does pose the question, is this amp still relevant? In today's landscape with all your amp sims, Boss Katanas and affordable tube amps, does this amp still have a place? I believe we're living in a golden age of home recording. We've never been more spoiled for choice and it's never been so accessible. We have good quality affordable interfaces, computers that can easily keep up with sound production, great sounding entry-level microphones, the list goes on. Products like the Peavey Bandit that were developed for a totally different market in a totally different time sort of get lost in the mix a little bit now. Don't get me wrong, it's a great package, and if you can get one cheap, then go for it. You won't regret it. Anyway, leave us a comment and let me know what you think about amps like this. Well, that's it for this video. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to give me a like, it really helps me out. And if you're into this sort of stuff, consider subscribing. Well, until next time, keep chugging.